shares of AMD, after a huge run is falling today. Chipmaker beat revenue estimates, but data center revenue may be considered disappointing by the street. I'm not going to call it is. Joining us first on CNBC to talk more about the latest results is AMD's Lisa Su. Lisa, it's always great to have you on the show.
Good morning, Jim. Great to see you.
Yeah. Okay, so Lisa, we're going to cut right to it. These analysts have spent a lot of time talking about something that you can't game, which is whether you're going to be able to sell your chips in China, and not spending any of the time talking about the tens of billions of dollars you're going to make with the MI400 and your next chip. So let's just deal first with China. What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, so first of all, Jim, it's great to be here with you. I think we are coming off a very strong first half of the year, very strong second quarter, 32%. Year-over-year growth, and we're guiding for a very strong second half of the year. So I think the business is really firing on all cylinders. This question about China, first of all, I have to say, the Trump administration has been working closely with us to really think about how we get our AI chips proliferated across the world, and we appreciate that. I think progress has been made. I think there was some speculation about licenses being granted, and the licenses are in process and under review. And we're working closely with the administration, but they're not yet granted. And so we did the prudent thing and did not forecast China revenue in the third quarter. But that being the case, we're talking about 28% year-on-year growth for the coming quarter, 13% sequentially. So we're excited about the second half of the year, frankly. There's a lot of positives in the business overall.
I don't blame you at all for being excited. I was going back and forth with Ben Reichers from Elias, obviously a big supporter of yours. We were talking about how you did say, and this is in the call from that we just got, that you're using, and you've used this number before. Looking ahead, we see a clear path to scaling our AI business to tens of billions of dollars in annual revenue. I care a little bit more about that than I care about China. What could that mean for earnings per share? Do you think $9, $10?
Well, Jim, I think what we've said before, and look, we are at the very beginnings of just a tremendous AI opportunity here. AI is the most important technology over the last 30, 40, 50 years. And when you think about what it's doing for all businesses, all of our lives, how we do research, how we really live, I think it's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. From our standpoint, we think we have an extremely strong portfolio, and yes, absolutely, we think tens of billions of dollars is the opportunity in a market that's going to be, let's call it 500 billion plus over the next few years. So I agree with you. I think the opportunity is right now.
Well, you're talking about 2028. I mean, we're talking, therefore, like maybe that NVIDIA has $500 billion in revenues.
Well, I think I should stick to our revenue. I think our revenue opportunity is certainly, tens of billions of dollars over the next couple of years. And what we see right now is people are very excited about our new portfolio. We just launched our MI350 series, which is, very, very competitive versus Blackwell. And then we're on our way to, in 2026, a very competitive MI400 series. So, we're on this annual cadence of new products because AI is moving so quickly. I think we see customers, you saw a number of new models come out that show us all of the capabilities of putting AI everywhere in cloud and edge and client devices as well.
Lisa, it's David. For those amongst your investor base that are focused more on the short term, they expressed to me perhaps some concern about the quarter or the guidance in terms of what we're talking about when it comes to data center. The $400 million beat, gaming, they say, and in fact, they wonder whether you came in a bit light on data center, and therefore, when they look at a $15 billion revenue number for data center in 26, they wonder whether, in fact, you can meet that. Can you address any of that?
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you, David. I would say that our data center business is doing extremely well. You guys heard all of the latest, CapEx forecasts from some of our largest customers. What we're seeing is there's a need for compute. And we are the high-performance computing company. We've seen a very strong data center CPU results. We're seeing good forward-looking forecasts from our customers. We're very pleased with our new MI350 series adoption. So we see actually an inflection point in that revenue as we go into the third quarter. So I think the data center business is actually the main driver of our growth. And we look at that as sort of the opportunity in front of us is to really be that computing foundation for the largest hyperscalers going forward, as well as a number of the AI companies right now who are investing significantly to make sure that they have enough compute to lead in the market.
Yeah, the numbers are staggering. But when you talk about an inflection point, can you explain what you mean?
Yeah, so we talked about when we look at our sequential growth, double-digit sequential growth, we're going to see double-digit growth in our data center business. That's actually a significant driver of our MI355 going into production in June. That ramps into the second half of the year. So I think all of those are very positive signals.